Hey guys, lesson 4 is going to be on equivalent fractions and simplifying. Now this is because we're going to get into dilations next, and we need the skill for when we dilate, and we seem to struggle with this a bit, so we're going to do some review. Now if you printed it off the sheet, we're only going to do up through 6 together for the first sheet, and then I will give you the answers to the bottom so that you can try them and then check your work. Okay, let's take a look at number 1. So I really like this sheet. It really takes us kind of back, maybe a bit elementary for some of you, but I like the visual that it gives. Now, I think we tend to forget that fractions, although may look different, sometimes they are equal in value. So if we look at number 1, here in the circle, 2 parts are shaded. Over here, that same portion is shaded. However, we have a lot more parts to it. So here 2 is shaded out of a total of 5 parts. Here we see that 6 are shaded out of a total of 15 parts. So these 2 fractions are equal to each other or proportional. So if I start with the smaller one and I multiply this by 3, 2 times 3 is 6. I take that same factor, so multiply by 3 down here, 5 times 3 is 15. So these fractions are equivalent. Let's take a look at number 2. So here we've got 2 parts shaded out of a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts shaded out of a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's look for the factor that we could multiply to get us from 2 sixths to 4 twelfths. Well, 2 times 2 is 4, and 6 times 2 is 12. All right, with 3, pause your video, try this out. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts shaded out of a total, well, if we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Over here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 parts shaded. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 total. 5 times 2 is 10. 9 times 2 is 18. Okay. Again, pause. Try 4. 2 parts shaded out of a total of 4. Over here, well, we can see this one pretty easily. We got half of the circle shaded. Over here is also half, but now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is 8 out of 16. 2 times 4 is 8. 4 times 4 is 16. Go ahead, try 5, pause your video. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shaded out of a total of 5. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shaded. 12 and 3 more, 13, 14, 15. So here 4 times 3 gives us 12. 5 times 3 gives us 15. And try 6 out. Pause your video. 2 parts shaded out of a total of 3. Over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 parts shaded. Well, let me do this a little differently. 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 6 is 18. So we should have a total of 18 parts over here. So if I had 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and I do. Okay, so like I said, I am going to give you the answers for the rest of the sheet. So pause your video, complete the rest of the sheet, and then check your work. Okay, so here is 7 through 12. We are going to do some simplifying of fractions now together. So we bring in this other sheet. Okay, so when we simplify, we're going to find that the common factors that they both have, both the top and the bottom. So kind of in the last one, the numbers got bigger. Here we want to try to make them smaller. So looking between 6 and 12, we want to find a common factor, hopefully the greatest common factor, and divide that out. So we're almost going in the other direction. So we're going to be dividing each of these by that same factor. So we're going backwards here. So, well, 6 goes into 12. So we're going to divide this by 6, and we're going to the numerator, and divide the denominator by 6. So we are left with 1/2. So 6/12 is equivalent to 1/2. We also say that it simplifies to 1/2. All right, let's take a look at 2. Again, we're dividing these. 2 is a factor of 8, so they both have a common factor of 2, or a GCF of 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Okay. And 3. Think about it for a minute, looking for GCF. If you can't find the GCF, well, they're both even, so start with 2. But then make sure that you look and see if those numbers have any more common factors. Also, don't forget about the functions on your calculator. If you have a scientific calculator at home, like the ones we used at school, we can use the ABC function to simplify. All right, so here, hopefully you see it. They share a common factor of 6. 30 divided by 6 is 5. 36 divided by 6 is 6. Okay. 4, pause your video and try it first. Here, both of these have a common factor of 2. Divide each by 2. 14 divided by 2 is 7. 20 divided by 2 is 10. So 2 is the biggest one. Even though those numbers are a little bit bigger, 2 was the greatest common factor. Five. Again, pause your video. 3 goes into itself, and 3 goes into 12. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. All right, when we look at 6 here, it's improper. Improper fractions are okay. When we simplify an improper fraction, our answer is also going to be improper. That's okay. We have to get used to that idea that it is okay to have a larger number on top or in the numerator. That's okay. It's still simplified. So here they share a common factor of 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Yes, we can change that to a mixed number, but we do not have to. Okay? We can leave it just like that. That is okay. We are done with 6. All right, 7, pause your video. Try it out. here. Common factor of 4. 4 goes into 24 6 times. 4 goes into 25 times. It's improper, but it's done. It's okay to have an improper fraction. We are not changing it to a mixed number. If we do, it's not wrong, but it's more work that we do not have to do.